What's up, my people? It's Kiwanis, your credit and tax advisor. What does the head of household tax filing mean? That's what we're talking about today. Head of household is a tax filing status that is available for individuals who are unmarried or considered unmarried on the last day of the tax filing year and have a qualifying dependent, such as a child, living with them for more than half of the tax year. This status allows for a lower tax rate and a higher standard deduction than the single filing status. To claim head of household status, the individual must also have paid for more than half of the household expenses for the tax year. This tax filing status includes single parents and divorced or legally separated parents with custody of the child. Further, you can also be an adult who provides support for a parent or other relative under the qualifying relative definition that has been set by the IRS. The head of household filing status provides two primary benefits to you: a higher standard deduction. The standard deduction for head of household is normally higher than for a single or married filing separately. Two, lower tax rates. Taxpayers who file as head of household normally pay a lower tax rate than those who file as a single or married filing separately. The first requirement for filing as head of household is that you must have paid for more than half of the costs involved in maintaining a qualifying household during the tax year. This means that you must have paid for more than half of the total household bills, like rent or mortgage, utility bills, insurance, property tax, groceries, repairs, all those household things that you need to live. In the case of a parent, your parent doesn't need to live with you, but you must maintain at least half of the cost of their living arrangements. If you receive financial assistance towards your household expenses from a parent or another individual, you can still qualify to file as head of household as long as you are paying for more than 50% of the bills with your own earnings. Two people cannot file as head of household on the same return. If they are married, then they typically must either file as married filing jointly on the same return or married filing separately on separate returns. Before I go on, tax season is upon us. If you need a tax prep checklist, I have linked one in the description for you. Now, two people can both claim head of household while living in the same house. However, both will need to meet certain criteria necessary to be eligible to file that head of household status. So, for instance, if you are roommates and both of you have a child, you must both be unmarried. You must both be able to claim a dependent as a closely related person, so your child. The dependent must reside in the same residence for more than half of the year, or in the case of an elderly parent, they can live elsewhere, but you still must have provided with at least half of their support. You both must have paid more than half of the cost of keeping up with a portion of the home for yourself and your dependent. If you need help determining your filing status, you can visit the IRS filing status tool to learn more information. I hope that you have found this information helpful. Make sure that you hit that like and notification bell so that you don't miss any of this information. If you have questions, you can leave those in the chat. Until next week, stay well.